I'm Bill Berk. I'm the CEO of Small Miracles Education. I think one of the best parts about working in early childhood is there's so much research that tells us how to make the biggest impact. And so at the school level, for myself and our directors and our teachers, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have to know what the research says and then do that in our classrooms. And then we can be confident that what we're doing, even though we might not see it make a difference today or tomorrow or even in four months, we know that if kids are in those high quality early learning environments, it's going to make a big difference in their lives today, tomorrow, and years down the road. So if we go way back to the beginning, when First Things First came out, I would say just this constant focus on quality, right? And that has spread out through the entire community. So when you work with First Things First, or when First Things First is just in this field, right, it raises the level of quality across the state in early learning programs. And then I could talk about numerous programs, right? The scholarships that allow families access to early learning experiences for their children. The scholarships that allow our teachers to go to school and become true early childhood professionals because they're combining their experience with their education. It's not just watching children to keep them safe, but being intentional about what we do so we can prepare them for school and for life. A couple years ago, we didn't charge families the DES copay. Now we charge them the DES copay because costs are going way up. We're talking about children and their experiences, and these folks are hopefully going to become our next legislators and the next governor. And hopefully when they get there, they can have quite a big focus on early childhood and appropriate funding so that it's never going to be easy to work in this business, but hopefully it becomes easier. The childcare crisis has impacted us tremendously in our ability to recruit and retain teachers. It's also impacted the number of children that we have in the schools. And, once you drop below a certain level at each school, and that level is different based on each school, then you become not profitable or less profitable. Last month, we closed one of our schools because we just didn't see a future that allowed us to be successful. And that wasn't great for the children and families that were there. It was really tough for our teachers. We give tours every day to parents who say, great, we're going to start on Monday. We say, wonderful, how do you plan to pay? And they say, well, DES will cover us. I say, okay, have you applied yet? No. Do you know there's a wait list? No. So the idea that parents used to be able to get in and have safe, dependable, intentional care and experiences for their young children while they were at work used to be fairly easy for people to get in, right? For the past couple of years. Now, people didn't even realize that they can't access care. And so I would tell you the biggest impact is on those families who can't go work because they don't have dependable, stable childcare for their young children. The biggest thing that families can do to help us is to get out there and vote. Vote for politicians who support early childhood and will put money behind the belief and their statements. Every politician is going to say, we support young children, we want them to be successful. We need legislators and the governor to actually put money behind what they're talking about. So the best thing that families can do, if I had one thing to ask, it would be to get out and vote for candidates who support young children. We need, doesn't matter if they're Republicans or Democrats, we need people who support early childhood. And that means people who are committed to investing in childcare subsidy or in other ways. But I would say we have to get families to get out there and vote for things that impact their day-to-day lives as parents.